It's a graduation celebration for two families sharing one heart.
I literally would not be here if it weren't for Audrey and her family and the decision that they made.
And he needed a very special guest by his side.
I knew this is where I needed to be.
If you're a longtime Local 4 viewer, his name may be familiar. We've been following the story of Tommy Schomaker since he was just 4 years old and undergoing his 5th open heart surgery.
It's an incredible story. Tommy was born with a condition that left half of his heart unable to function. We were there 10 years ago as Tommy received a heart transplant from a little girl in Minnesota. Her name was Audrey.
And we followed his family as they traveled to meet Audrey's family for the first time. And this month, Tommy celebrated a day that many feared he would never see, his high school graduation.
And the timing of it, that ceremony just one day after the 10-year anniversary of his heart transplant.
Last night he graduated from kindergarten, and I found myself getting real emotional in the graduation ceremony because you don't really think that far ahead. And I sat there yesterday watching him go up there and get his little diploma, and I thought to myself, geez, I don't think I really thought he'd make it, this far. And he's here, so there's nothing stopping him from, getting that high school diploma, and that'll probably come before I know it.
I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm happy, I'm brought to tears with some things, and got every emotion in the world right now. I literally would not be here if it weren't for Audrey and her family and the decision that they made. It's just shown me that, God's got a plan and a purpose for everyone, and, He's not finished with my plan yet. I told my parents a couple years ago before I graduated, I said, that's something that has to happen. I just had to have her because I wanted to show her that, Audrey still lives on through me, and I'm gonna do great things.
It's never ever lost on us that what we have in Tommy, they lost in Audrey, and that's never lost on us. Every time we look at our blessing, you see that other side too.
That was one of my biggest fears, am I going to forget how she laughed? Am I going to forget her voice? But she's never forgotten. And she's so honored by the Schomaker family. And it just makes me feel so much, I'm crying, but it makes me feel so much at peace, but it couldn't have been a more perfect match. And I always said because she was little, she was gonna do something big. And here it is.
Good evening and welcome to Lutheran High Northwest's 40th commencement, recognizing the class of 2019.
Of all the stories that could be told tonight, one of them that is extremely significant that needs to be told tonight, a young man by the name of Tommy Schomaker. And you think about the fact that yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of him receiving a heart transplant. The donor's mom is with us. Krista is with us tonight. Can we give thanks to God for being with us tonight too? Tommy, your story has been shared by so many families and prayers along the way. And miracle upon miracle, and yet coming to that point in time realizing that he needed truly a heart transplant. Finding a donor match seemed almost impossible. And 10 years ago, Tommy received that heart. That heart saved his life. That life is a life now lived through Tommy as well. What a gift.
Thomas Earl Schomaker.
I encourage you to search your heart and your mind for the passions that live deep within you. Do not be afraid to take a risk. Don't be afraid to take a chance to conquer those dreams. Do not let the risk of failure prevent you from living life's adventures.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 graduates of Lutheran Northwest.
It was all that I dreamed of. Tommy's had a life of ups and downs, and it's just amazing that we got to this point, and I didn't expect to get here, so I'm very happy, very thankful.
You know, I thought maybe I'd meet them once and never get to talk to them again, but it hasn't been that. It's been a lot more.
Hearing her heart inside of Tommy and getting to be part of his life has been absolutely amazing. True blessing, true miracle.
The heart was going a million miles a minute. Felt like just leading up to it, but I got up there. It was kind of surreal. You know, I just didn't think I'd make it here. I actually made it. We actually got it here. I wouldn't be here without Audrey and without her heart. I could say thank you a million times and I wouldn't be anywhere near enough of how grateful and thankful I am.